covering rain all day, so it's quite a different event to be out here on a large blaze. That, as you can see, they're in a defensive mode at the moment, just trying to stop the fire from spreading to other parts of the building. And I'll just ask Pilot Dylan if he would just track back around to the other side of the fire, where we can see firefighters on the roof. Initially, when they first responded here, they're having access problems with water, and we saw it took a long time to, unfortunately, get the hoses up to this ladder pump and to start pumping water. You can see a LA County firefighter there at the top of the ladder, streaming the water directly onto that fire, trying to stop it from spreading to these areas here, which are untouched by fire at the moment, although you can see they're heavily damaged by smoke. Again, you can tell that the fire is spreading throughout the attic of the building by the smoke that's rising up through the ventilation vents or ventilation openings in this building. Initially, the report from firefighters who were inside the building was that there were 4 apartments that were fully engulfed. Unfortunately, it would look like more of that, as more than 4 are certainly damaged now. I believe the fire started on the 2nd floor, and firefighters went through. They do not believe anybody was inside. So at this stage, it does not appear that anybody has been injured, but that is not confirmed at this stage. As you can see there, the ceiling or the roof of this apartment block there on those apartments has certainly collapsed and burnt through. The air conditioning units, about to fall in. There's opening there that's venting flame. There were firefighters initially when we arrived on scene on this edge of the building. They had a hose and were just pumping as much water as they could onto this area here before they got the ladder pumping water. Again, this is a 2-alarm blaze happening out here in Lomita at on Palos Verdes Drive. That's the 2000 block of Palos Verdes Drive, and as we go a little bit wider, we'll try and get more of a location of what your largest cross street is out here. I believe it's Monticello and Palos Verdes Drive, if anybody knows this area. It's a LA County fire who are involved. As I said, a 2-alarm blaze. A large 2-story apartment block is well and truly being engulfed here tonight. Fortunately, people not before Easter Sunday losing a lot of their possessions. So the ground units here just shooting water through the windows there to try and keep this fire just to the 2nd floor. When we come back, we can take a look at that apartment we saw with the exercise bike. By the look of it, the roof has collapsed in, and the whole floor of that apartment is well and truly burnt by now. And just looking here again, wind does not seem to be a huge factor in the battling of this fire. The flames are going vertical, and smoke's almost going vertical. It's actually heading more to the northwest, and the firefighter on top of this ladder here is just pumping as much water as he can onto the edges of that flame to try and stop it from spreading. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Fox 11's YouTube channel. Looking down here, here's a LA County firefighter on top of this ladder here, directing the flames, directing this hose as it pumps water onto the flames, trying to control this building. Apparently, at the moment, they're only in a defensive mode. They're just trying to stop it from spreading. They're not actually really trying to put out the fire. They're pumping as much water as they can onto the edges, trying to control it here to the 2nd floor, and obviously prevent it spreading, hopefully, to the lower floors, although I'm sure there would be quite severe water damage down there. There are vehicles still parked underneath the under the apartment there. Here's an idea of how much water is actually pumping off, falling, or pumping onto that water, onto the top of that building. You see the water there coming out of the gutter spout and tilting back up here. Huge flames again. You know, firefighters just pumping as much water as they can to just try and stop this fire from spreading. I'll just again chat to Pilot Dills. Hey, Dills, mate, do you mind would just take a scoot around to the front again? So part of their objective here tonight is to try and stop the fire from spreading to this part of the building. At this stage, you don't see any smoke coming out. I would assume that this was a separate build at one stage. We have a little bit of smoke there, unfortunately. So they're really trying to save or prevent any fire damage or smoke damage getting through to the other parts of this building. And to obviously, you know, the job is to save lives, but also to save property. That's the job of the firefighters here. Some of the best firefighters in the world, along with LAFD, the LA County firefighters here tonight from the Palos Verdes area. Again, this fire out at the in Lomita area of LA County. That's the area between Wilmington and Palos Verdes. 2-alarm blaze. First firefighters arriving on scene did battle for about 20 minutes. Meaning that the firefighters on scene decided they needed more manpower and resources to really bring this blaze under control. So it's now a 2-alarm blaze. Again, the fires just fully engulfed the second floor of this apartment building. Originally, firefighters inside were saying there were 4 apartments that were involved. They were talking about apartment 211 that they could not get access to. That would possibly indicate that's where the blaze began. Obviously, there'll be a full investigation into this fire once they do get the flames out, and hopefully they find the source of the fire, and obviously to rule out any potential of ill doings, of arson and such. You can see down here the firefighters, the fire trucks, their hoses, pumping water up into those big laddered pumps, and looking at LA County Sheriff vehicles there. And there's confirmation. It's the Vista Verde apartment building. 2110 Palos Verdes Drive out here at Lomita. At this stage, no reports of injuries, but certainly large flames, a lot of loss of people's personal items here in this large apartment fire. So we're just standing by here to look after our friends who we share the helicopter with. That's KCAL CBS. They're going to be taking our live pictures here from Skyfox very soon. Hey, I'll just, Dills, we might move back over the other side, mate. Might be a better picture for them. So this fire's obviously kicking up a lot of smoke. Hey, Dills, I've got them up on FM3. Yeah, I'm just communicating there with Pilot Dylan. Just explaining what our radios are. We have the ability to listen to off-air, the TV station's off-air signal, and at the moment we have our friends at CBS up on FM3. Great shot there. You can see that brave firefighter there fighting that fire, top of the ladder there, shooting as much water as he can down onto those flames. Again, they're in a defensive mode here, trying to prevent the fire from spreading. Smoke has spread, as you can see there, as I was explaining earlier, through the attic and the ventilation system. But at this stage, it looks like the fire's being contained to this portion of the apartment building. So they have two two hoses now shooting through the windows there from the ground, as well as the two ladders pumping water onto the fire. Again, trying to maintain it or control it here, contain it to the second floor. Just again, this fire is happening out at the Lomita area in Los Angeles County. It's an area near Palos Verdes and Wilmington. So fires at the Vista Loma is the apartment building out here at 2110 Palos Verdes Drive. And fortunately, a lot of people have lost their items here tonight in this blaze. I believe 4 apartments are initially engulfed, but it's certainly, unfortunately, spreading to more vehicles still underneath there in the driveways where people would normally park their vehicles. So again, the firefighters' job is to protect life and property, and they're doing their best here tonight to control these flames and save as much of this property as they can. Hey, Dills, do you mind just tracking back and forward, mate? Is that okay? So just chatting to Pilot Dylan there, just asking to give us a bit of a look around. You know, we keep moving around, we get different angles, we can see what firefighters are doing. You see eyes and ears. You've got the pump operator there controlling the water. As we tilt up the ladder, you can see the brave firefighter at the end of that ladder pumping, pointing that hose down onto the flames. As we heard earlier on the radio, they moved into a defensive position and asked anybody who was inside doing a recce to find out if there's anybody inside, also get a better idea of where this fire is mainly sourced, or where the epicenter is. They told them to get out of the building. We're going to start using the aerial ladders. Those firefighters were saying that at that stage the fire was engulfed into 4 apartments. And you get a bit of an idea there that you see the fire has burnt the roof, but also the structure of the roof has collapsed. And at this stage they're saying it's, as I said, only 4 apartments, but it appears to be a lot more than that at this stage. Again, this is just joining us here. This is the Fox YouTube channel, the Fox 11 YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching us here tonight. My name's Justin O'Brien, and Pilot Dylan behind the controls, positioning us to get the best view for you there. You can see, again, one of these LA County firefighters on the ground shooting as much water as they can through the broken window there to try and stop this fire from spreading to the second floor. No doubt there's going to be severe water damage there, and again you can see the amount of water that they're pumping under this building through that downspout there that's just full with water as it's running off the ceiling, or running off the roof here. Again, we've got 2 ladder fire trucks pumping water onto this fire. You can see there the top and the bottom of the screen. And initially when they first arrived on scene here, they were having some water issues, and we only saw 1 hose. We had 3 firefighters on the top of the building here just with 1 hose doing what they could until they actually got the resources in hand to be able to fully battle this fire. So they're battling it from all directions right now. From a firefighting point of view, they refer to the Alpha, Bravo, Charlie Delta side. So what we're looking at here is the Charlie side. That's the back side. So when you're looking at a building from a firefighting point of view, the main street is called the Alpha, and then they work around in a clockwise fashion. So it's the B is the Bravo side, which is this side here, which I believe you would this guy on the firefighter on the ladder is on the Bravo side. And you have the gentleman down here fighting on the Charlie side, and then on the Delta side is the firefighter here on the ladder pumping water from that hose. So they're just attacking it from all angles now, defensive mode, trying to stop it from spreading. They've brought in another ladder, just see that arriving. It's a firefighter here from the Alpha side of the front. This poor guy is copping all the smoke there, but again, the wind tonight is not as bad as it was last week. We noticed we had this huge windstorm through Los Angeles, but just by the way that smoke is blowing, it's sort of going up before it's heading toward the northwest. Again, here in the Lomita area, 2111 Palos Verdes Drive, a large apartment fire. Unfortunately, many residents had to evacuate here. When we first arrived on scene, it was light and we could see at least a dozen residents. Some appeared to be dressed in pajamas just out on the street. So just a very terrible thing for them tonight to be losing their possessions and their home. So they seem to be getting a bit of a handle on this. The flames aren't as large here on the, I believe you'd call it the west side. That's the delta side. Down here, the flames seem to have calmed down. These firefighters here have been pumping a lot of water from the ground through these windows, and again they're trying to contain it just to this area of the building, and try to prevent it from spreading through the entire apartment block and into this other apartment block that's untouched by fire at this stage, although there does appear to be some smoke coming out of the ventilation. Again, the big issue here is they're concerned about the fire spreading through the attic. You can see that there is smoke spread throughout the attic. You can tell that by the smoke coming out of the holes in the ceiling or the ventilation areas. So they're concerned. They just want to pump as much water as they can to try and stop that spread, and then obviously save as much personal property as possible. And this firefighter here is again pumping as much water as he can onto the edge here, focusing on the edge of this flames here to stop it spreading east. And I can hear the firefighters talking, and they're saying they feel like they're making some headway. And I think from the view here, although there is a lot of flame and smoke, it does not seem as wild and as savage as it was when we first arrived on scene. Just got to watch the skid there, brother. Sorry, mate. There's a great shot of the work being done there by LA County firefighter at the top of that ladder. Again, just operating that hose, pointing it to the edge of the flames there, trying to stop it spreading. We're really trying to contain this fire to the 4 apartments. You saw a flash then a moment ago. I wasn't quite sure what that was. I thought that might have been someone shining a laser at the camera, but they're actually saying it was a transformer that exploded. So Great, no problem, CBS. Whoa, yeah, there's another transformer blowing there, quite spectacular. They're calling for Edison to come here and hopefully shut down some of these power lines. They're requesting firefighters on the ground to remove. They're going to move themselves. They're going to leave it to the ladders now to fight the fire. Hey, Dills, did you hear CBS, mate? Did you hear CBS say they're here? Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. She just said they're going to come to us at the top of the show. So, yeah, thanks again for joining us here tonight on the Fox 11 YouTube channel. We're above a large apartment fire that's occurring out here in the Lomita area of Los Angeles County. That's an area between Palos Verdes and Wilmington. Dale's house, let's film it. Dale's approximately, let's film it. Scope Fox Simon Desk, approximately 40 minutes, it's 4-0. Scope Fox Simon Desk, approximately 40 minutes, it's 4-0. Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you very much for joining us tonight here on the YouTube Fox Lemon. And thank you very much for joining us tonight here on the YouTube Fox Lemon YouTube channel. I'm Justin O'Brien, Pilot Dylan behind the controls tonight, keeping us safe out here in the Sky Fox area. And it's a large apartment fire happening out here in the Lomita area of LA County. We just heard an interview from the Los Angeles County Public Information Officer, LA County Fire, saying approximately 100 firefighters on scene here tonight. Now, there's no reports of fire. At this stage, he believed that there were no reports of any injuries, although it was unknown whether people's pets were able to get out of the building. They did report there was one stray dog running down the street who ran its way over to some residents who had standing at the side of the road